Staying with Love Island, over the last 2 months, 36 singletons have entered the villa. We've watched them crack on, get pied and have their heads turned. But tonight, we'll finally see which couple will walk away with £50,000. This year's contestants, Summer, Jay and Antigoni, can join me now. Although, I should say welcome back to Antigoni, because just take a look at this. The first time you were on Lorraine.
First, though, it's time to meet finalist number 3 in our famous For 15 Minutes competition.
And I live in Finchley, North London, with my husband Paul and my 2 daughters, Antigoni and Sophia. I'm a teacher at Lee Valley Primary School, but I would love to be a TV presenter, and luckily I've got a few supporters.
So, your mum is the famous TV chef Tonya Buxton, right?
Yeah.
That is so funny. What was she like when you said, I'm going to go on Love Island, Mum?
Do you know what? At first, she was hesitant, so was I. Like, because when they approached me, at first I was like, no way. And then we thought, you know what? What is there to lose? Like, it'll be fun. I think she trusted me to, like, you know, carry myself, be myself. So, yeah, she was really excited by the end of it.
It's such a great, isn't it wonderful seeing that old footage? It's great. Well, welcome to all 3 of you. How do you feel ahead of tonight's final? Because, of course, you go in with a view that you might be in the final yourself, but you know that you don't have to get in the final in order to, you know, make a good impression and to come out with something. So, Summer, for you, what was your highlight of being in the show? And who do you want to win tonight?
I think my highlight of the show was definitely the night we had the private concert from Becky Hill. Like, I was literally living in the moment completely. Like, it was just so much fun. Like, I didn't even remember I was in Love Island for that 1 second because we don't get to hear music. So then when we heard music, I was like, oh, my God, like, everyone was just buzzing.
What do you mean you don't get to hear music?
You don't have any music at all when you're in there. So, like, unless there's, like, a party, you maybe get, like, 3 songs.
Actually, that's quite odd. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking and you're on your own, you haven't got your headphones in just listening to music.
No.
You've just got, wow.
Nothing. Literally just air. There's nothing.
Is really interesting. And what about for you, Jay? Obviously, Jay, you had a bit of a naughty moment, which became an iconic moment of the show where you snuck away to have a little snog with Sue, and she's in the final.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for her and Davide.
Are you, though?
No, generally I am. You know, they're both amazing people, and it was just so fun at the time when it happened. I came in head first. It was a lot of fun.
But what's really nice, how long were you actually in the show for, then?
I was in there for just under 4 weeks.
Oh, that's a long time, actually.
Yeah.
You've come out with one of the most iconic scenes, really. That must be... Is that funny for you, coming out and you're like, oh, my gosh, everyone's talking about that moment? Yeah,
I mean, at the time, it gets funnier and funnier every time I watch it, but when it happened, it was quite a serious moment in the villa because it actually kicked off, so when you see that, it's quite funny. So
are you backing Sue and Davide?
Yeah, definitely. I want them to win tonight, yeah.
And Antigoni, what about for you? What was your time in the villa like? And also, were there things... I mean, you know, your mum's been in TV, you've watched the show. Were there still, when you went and you thought, I didn't know this would happen, you know, particularly when the cameras are off and so on? Give us a bit of a hint of what it's like.
Well, the thing for me that shocked me the most was the hours. Like, we would be...
The working hours. This is not what we expect from Love Island.
I thought I was just going to chill.
My working conditions and hours need to be reviewed on Love Island. Go on, what were the hours?
No, just like we wouldn't go to bed till like 3 in the morning. Like, and if there's a dumping or like the night that I left, I think it was like 5 in the morning when I left the villa.
Why? Because of the filming?
Yeah, because it doesn't get dark in Mallorca till like 10:30, so we wouldn't even walk out to the garden. So we're not meant to know the time, but I kind of worked it out. And we wouldn't walk out to the garden till like 11. I found that like that was a shock.
And those scenes where they're being filmed at the end and the couplings and so on. Obviously, it's all edited down, but it takes a long time.
Hours, like literally hours you're standing there. And if you're the girls and you're standing there and you're in your heels, I'm like, wow.
It makes me laugh because when you look at it and you go, they look really miserable. It's just because you're knackered. It's not because you're really upset about what's going on.
Yeah, they catch the serious faces.
And I want to talk to you as well, because movie night became quite a controversial moment in the whole show. I haven't watched all the series, but I know there was a lot of worry out in the real world here about how some of the men had reacted to movie night. And some of you, out of the 3 of you, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us a bit about... Were you aware of how... Were you not aware of how the outside world is seeing the reactions and how they're perceiving it?
To be honest, I mean, yeah, movie night was crazy. Everyone's kind of perception of it. I feel like they went really light with movie night. Like, it could have been worse, so... Everyone hasn't really seen, like, what's actually gone down in Casa. So when they showed it at movie night, I was a bit like, right, you lot could have really showed what actually happened, so then everyone can understand, like, why I was upset by the whole Dami and India situation.
Yes, of course. So tell me, so what is Dami like? What is he really like?
Do you know what? He's actually a good vibe. Like, he's such a people person. Like, he's literally friends with everyone in there. He's such a lovely guy. I can't really fault him, to be honest, other than the little argument that we had.
Just explain for those who haven't seen it what that was about.
Yeah, so after movie night, He basically didn't tell India everything that went down. She gave him so many opportunities to say, like, what happened at Casa. He didn't say what happened at Casa. So me and her ended up having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
I kind of spilt the tea a little bit.
Yes.
And then he wasn't too happy about it, pulled me into their kind of argument, and then, yeah, it kind of kicked off.
And they're back together, aren't they? So
Yeah.
what do you make of how because it's interesting tonight, I think, because there's those who've been together right from the beginning and then those who've had lots of problems and have stayed together and got back together. Jay, what do you think how the public will go tonight?
I think the public will probably want to vote for the couple that's been on the biggest journey in there, and the ones of the couple that have actually not maybe necessarily been from the start. They've tested the connection in the sense of that they've had their troubles, they've got over it, and now they're starting to blossom.
Quick word, you're seeing someone from the show, aren't you now?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, we're getting to know each other.
Who's this? Tell us quickly who it is. You and Josh are now seeing each other in the real world. So nice. See, that's a good thing, isn't it? It is called Love Island for a reason.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, he obviously left when we were kind of just, like, starting to connect. So, yeah, we're just seeing how things go.
And Antigone, people think that you and Jack are...
We are absolutely friends. He's literally like my little brother. No, not friends, like real, genuinely. Like we go to a restaurant and I'm like cutting his food up. Do you know what I mean?
Right, OK,
He's literally like my little brother. I love him to pieces.
But there's no romance.
There's no romance.
OK,
no.
and quickly, there's a girl in there, Natalia, who you're after, isn't there?
I would say after. We were out last night on Saturday, but I think...
You went out with her?
Well, we all were. Yeah, there's a lot of us, so yeah.
It was my invite.
You were busy.
Yes, the treachery continues between the Love Islanders. It's lovely to see you all in. Congratulations on being brilliant on the show. Good luck with everything that comes next. The Love Island final airs tonight at 9 p.m. on ITV2.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.